rigging the game. A message from Grimface. Let me break it down for you. Because this isn't something they teach you. The game, the real game, has never been about fists, bullets, or blood. Those are tools for the unrefined, the ones who think power is about force. It's not. The truth is, the moment you resort to brute strength, you've already lost. You're playing a shallow game, fighting battles that only scratch the surface. The real war, it's not fought in the streets. It's fought in the shadows, behind closed doors, in whispers that can dismantle entire empires without a drop of blood being spilled. The strongest weapon isn't a gun or a fist. It's control. Subtle, silent, unseen control. I didn't rise to success by following the same old playbook. I didn't get to where I am by pushing harder or screaming louder. No, I played the long game. I learned the art of quiet manipulation, and once I mastered that, nothing could stop me. I didn't need to lift a hand because I was pulling strings from behind the scenes. And believe me, that's where the real power lies. Think about it. What's more destructive, a broken jaw, or a mind so full of doubt and fear that it collapses in on itself? Sure, you can break someone's body, but that heals. Bruises fade, bones mend. But once you've gotten into their head, once you've planted the seeds of insecurity, once you've twisted their thoughts so completely that they don't even know what's real anymore, that is where true destruction begins. And that's where I thrived. While everyone else was out there swinging fists, trying to show off their strength, I was learning how to dismantle people from the inside out. I learned that the real victory, the lasting victory, is won without ever raising your voice, without ever making a scene. The smartest ones, they don't fight, they manipulate. They find the cracks in their enemies, the weak points no one else sees, and then they exploit them with surgical precision. I learned to get into people's heads. That's where the game is really played. What's the point of beating someone down physically when you can make them destroy themselves? Make them question everything. Make them doubt their every move. Twist their reality so much that they don't even know what they're fighting for anymore. That's what I did, and it's why I never lost. See, violence is messy. It's the last resort for people who can't think beyond the immediate. The real power is in knowing how to make someone unravel without them ever realizing you're the one pulling the strings. You control their thoughts, their fears, their desires, and before they know it, they've done exactly what you wanted them to, without you even having to ask. That's how I won. That's how I found success. Not by fighting harder, but by thinking smarter. When I first started out, I saw how everyone else was playing the game. It was all about who could shout the loudest, who could flex their muscles, who could force their way to the top. And sure, that works for a little while. But those people, they burn out. They leave scars that can be healed, damage that can be repaired. But me, I learned to fight a different kind of war, one that doesn't leave scars, one that doesn't even leave a trace. I figured out early on that if you can control someone's mind, you can control their entire world. You don't need to hit them. You just need to twist their perception, make them see things the way you want them to see them. Once you do that, they're no longer your enemy. They're your tool. They start making choices that benefit you, all the while thinking they're the ones in control. The key is subtlety. You don't attack. You suggest. You don't force. You imply. That's the art. That's how you master the game. You make your enemies think they're making their own decisions, when in reality, you've been pulling the strings from the start. It's not just about winning. It's about winning, without anyone ever realizing you were fighting in the first place. I wasn't the loudest. I wasn't the most aggressive. But I was always 2 steps ahead, always working in the background, setting the stage for my victory before anyone even realized the game had begun. I found success by mastering control, by knowing how to get inside people's heads and manipulate their fears, their desires, their insecurities. I didn't need to fight them physically. Why would I? When you control someone's mind, they'll destroy themselves for you. And that's the kind of victory that lasts. I played a different game. While others were trying to flex their muscles, I was learning the intricacies of manipulation, the power of silence, the beauty of control. That's where the real war is fought. Not on the streets, not with fists, but in the minds of those who don't even realize they're already defeated. I learned early on that people are predictable. Everyone has a weakness. Some people are ruled by fear, others by pride, others by a deep-seated insecurity they try so hard to hide. All you have to do is find that crack, and once you do, you apply pressure. But you don't crush them all at once. That's too obvious. No, you do it slowly, deliberately, until they're breaking apart from the inside. You make them think it's their fault. You make them believe they're the ones failing, the ones making mistakes. And all the while, you're pulling the strings, guiding them toward their own destruction. That's the art of it. They never even see you coming. By the time they realize what's happened, it's already too late. They're standing in the wreckage of their own mind, wondering how they got there. And you're standing in the shadows, untouched, undefeated. And the best part, they let you. They walked right into your trap, made every move exactly as you planned, and all without you ever lifting a finger. That's how I rose to the top. That's how I found success. Not by fighting the way everyone else fought, but by understanding that the real battle is one of the mind, not the body. It's about perception, about how others see you, about controlling their reactions without them even realizing they're being played. The moment you understand this, the moment you learn to manipulate without being seen, to control without force, that's when you become truly unstoppable. I didn't need to be the strongest. I didn't need to be the loudest. I just needed to be the smartest. And that's what I became. I learned to win without the fight. I mastered the quiet war, the war fought in the shadows. And that's why I always came out on top. I succeeded because I didn't play by the same rules everyone else did. I didn't rely on brute strength or loud aggression. I relied on strategy, on manipulation, on understanding how to make people do exactly what I wanted them to, all while making them think it was their idea. That's where the real power is. That's how you win. By staying in the background, by staying in control, by mastering the mind, before you ever think about mastering the body. I didn't just win. I rewrote the rules of the game. And if you want success, if you want to rise to the top, you'll have to learn to do the same. Power isn't about what people can see. It's about what they can't see. It's about pulling the strings so carefully, so subtly, that by the time they realize you've won, it's already over. And that's how you rise. That's how you succeed. By mastering the art of the quiet war, by controlling the mind, by winning without anyone even knowing a battle was fought. That's how I became unstoppable.